All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Which is Delphi in the community within the Delphi, and I do believe the Summer Wells case. Are there killers among us? Rapists, pedos, terrorists amongst the Delphi community, right? And even the Summer Wells community. Them talking about cornbread mafia, all this stuff, and them are organizations that are on the radar of the government, along with these clubs, gangs, whatever, secret societies, mafias, whatever. These are the people that are on the radar. Okay. Now, the elephant in the room is are these people really who they claim they are? Which 9 out of 10 of them are not. Uh, they're psychos. To be honest, more crazier than I can ever be. Maybe I could be that crazy, but in real life, no. You'll go to prison for it, right? So, is it among us? Well, sure it is. A lot of these YouTubers have very long records, not 1, 2 pages, right? A very long record of threatening women, abuse against women. Some were lied about. Uh, and some weren't. Some of the stories were made up by jealous women or jealous men or whatever, and they weren't true. Or maybe 50% of the story or 25% of the story was true. So, what is among us within this community? What is among us within our own little communities? I would have to say something very evil, right? Very evil. But we've said that for a long time on this channel. And we've now noticed a lot of these people in the Delphi community coming around and saying, well, maybe it didn't happen the way they're saying, whatever. I don't know. What I do know is some of these people were very bad people. They shouldn't have been within the crime community. I shouldn't be within the crime community just on the fact I have a disability, right? Watching all this stuff of people dying every day and people losing their children and people getting abused and trafficked, raped, whatever, is very stressful on the mind. No, I'm not a killer. I'm not a rapist, a madman, whatever, a pedo or whatever. But I do have a disability mentally. So, being that I'm from a surrounding where when you feel insecure, you feel threatened, you react, whether it be doing whatever to make it out alive of that neighborhood or that room or a situation, which a lot of you people don't understand. You've never been put in a situation where you have to do something you don't want to do to make sure you make it home at night. Whatever it may be, you got family or children, or you just love life and you don't want to die. It's like the Apple Dumpling River case or whatever it was, Apple Creek River case. Do I think that old man should have went to jail and been charged? No. Them people brought it on. They agitized. They they laid hands on him first. They pushed him around. I would have done the same thing, probably worse, right? I probably would have waited for them to do what they were going to do, walk away, and then I probably would have went back armed and took them all out. Could he have taken out them 25 people if he had a rifle? Sure, he could have killed every single one of them if he knew what he was doing with that rifle. If he had a rifle, he had a knife. Do I think the guy should be charged? No. They drove him nuts. We're seeing that around here in this town in LaGrange. These people are driving people nuts deliberately. Deliberately. Some say war tactics, some say whatever. I say you're screwed. You got over 5,000 people that came up dead in this town. You call it CB, you call it whatever, but you messed with the wrong dudes. But what I've done the same thing as the Apple Dumpling River gang or whatever, that guy Nikolai. I would have done the same thing. He was there looking for a phone. He was by himself. He was with someone, a woman, his wife. Someone dropped the phone. He was looking for it. And these kids attacked him. Made fun of him probably because he don't speak good English, or his name was Nikolai, which is a Russian name. So I probably would have done the same thing. Not right there. I probably would have waited. You know they were going to be there for a while. I would have jumped in my car, went downstream, and I would have set up and waited for them to float down the river and took them all out, Nikolai. But this is what people do when you abuse people their whole lives and you're around violence and stressful situations your whole life. The only thing you know how to do is survive. Whether who dies or whatever, you're going to go home at night. And that's where I'm from, is I don't give a shit who you are. You have no authority over me. God does, Jesus, but not no human. Demonic? Sure, it's demonic. It's trespassing on me now as I speak. It's whatever it is. I'm here to tell you and confess to thy God Almighty, sure as the sun will shine here soon. Yeah, it's demonic. Now, would I have charged him with anything? Nope. He defended himself. He had a knife. Man. He didn't use it until he felt threatened. And I probably would have done the same thing with all them kids around there, and they were a lot bigger than him, a lot younger. And it was an embarrassment to him, degrading to him to have that done in front of his wife. And he didn't bring that knife to do anything but cut the ropes off of the inner tubes. That was it. He didn't have no plans on using that knife for a weapon. He was forced into using it as a weapon. And when you are pushed, and like I told you folks, but you folks don't listen to little Johnny Kramer. If you are around violence and you're a military guy and all you know how to do is, whether you're in a gang, whatever, whether you're a cop, whether you're a gang member, whether you're a mafioso, whatever, your instinct kicks in and you'll do whatever you got to do to make sure you and your family are safe. And anyone that says any different is full of shit. Now, some of them might say different because they have never lived in a city or a town or been involved in death around them. They've never seen death except for when a family member dies. And most of the time they don't see that because they don't go to the hospitals and see it. Nobody wants to see death. I had to see death a couple times in the hospital with my family. It's horrifying, especially for a child to see someone on their deathbed. So, do I think Nikolai or any of us that have made a stand against being abused because we're just not good enough for you folks? Because we are retards and we are on disability or older people and we got problems and the world don't want nothing to do with us and God don't love us no more and everything. Well, them are the repercussions of somebody that knows only one thing, and that's to survive, whether it's in the field of a military battlefield or in a gang on the streets or even business and even religion. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. And I'm crazy. Don't pay any attention to me. But you folks brought it upon yourselves. You stole, you raped, you pillaged. And poor Nikolai, well, all he was doing was defending himself. I would have done the same thing, like I said, and I bet so many others would have done the same dang thing as Nikolai. And do I think we should go to war over this? No. Do I think he was unjustly imprisoned? Yes. Yes. Or at least the sentence should have been down, or even probation. Someone died, but it was not from him. He was not the one that antagonized this. And it's the same thing with us Delphiers that are small time YouTubers, people with disabilities, people that knew more than these professionals. These guys are out there looking for one man. And they just didn't see the big picture. And they missed out and they were mad. And they blamed a lot of people. They threatened a lot of stuff. And you know, on this channel, we only make movies, but there's crazies out there that don't know that. And they took it upon their hands and they killed me. Well, they killed other people. They destroyed my channel, right? Destroyed me, right? And then they turn around and they say that's crazy. It's not. It don't happen that way. It does, folks. What you are witnessing in America today and all over the earth is good against bad. The devil against God, whatever you want to call it. Now, we've been attacked ourselves in the Delphi community. I've been attacked numerous times. These idiots have made videos about me and everything, and some of them talk in code. They change the name and they're talking about someone. You look them up. It's nobody. They're using somebody, and they call them by another name. Whatever. We figured out the whole pattern. It's a code like Zodiac and all that shit. It's the same thing. Are they planning to kill people? Well, it's still there. Are they planning to kill? Every day they try and kill me. Demonically, spiritually, physically, mentally, every single day. Even caused love. People to lose women, women to lose men. Good against bad, demonic, evil, whatever. Like I said, we didn't even write the book. We weren't even here when Jesus was here, but yet we still suffer. So are the players in Delphi? Some of them have bad records. Some of them belong to clubs, gangs, mafias. Yep. All above. They have lawyers, doctors, and all kinds of stuff. Did they kill? I think they did. How many? Thousands, probably. Some people are on this earth to do one thing, and that's create stuff to make sure that America wins a war. And I think you messed with some of them people. I think a lot of you did. And you could say, I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm crazy. But just turn on your TV and your local news. I'm not as crazy as you folks made me out to be. So is the truth the truth? And some of these YouTubers that were in the Delphi case actually violent against women, violent against children, violent against everybody. And I'm not just talking about spanking their grandkids for jumping up and down on the bed or making a mess. I'm talking they're sick people. They like to look at little kids naked and touch little kids and inappropriate or whatever. And not once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. They make a living out of it. These people claim everything, but there's no record to back it up. There's no proof. There's no conviction. They blamed me for everything. They got nothing. They got nothing. And I'm not even a mafia boss. And I'm standing tall and strong. They got shit. What? I stole some candy when I was younger. Oh, wait, I was arrested for being drunk. I've never struck a woman or done anything to a woman in my life. Abused a woman like that, how some of these people do, and it's horrible. Children, hey, listen, I do believe that I was raised, if you did something or said something wrong, you got a whooping. Today, the world we live in, it's called child abuse. Go figure. Most of us have been abused our whole lives. Right? We're getting a whooping or getting a shoe at you from a parent or something, or child abuse today. Back then, when I was growing up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was called raising your kids. We got too close to the truth on this channel, and they tried to say that we were part of it. No, we weren't part of nothing. They tried to use a lot of people, dead people, and a lot of us as people that had mental disabilities. They knew it as a suspect in Delphi when they had no evidence, no record of past violence like that. Today, if you don't agree with a police officer, he can take you and throw you in the car and bring you down to the mental institution for you to be evaluated and then say you're crazy. And you can bet your butt the next day you will be on medication and you're crazier than a bat loon. I will not live this way anymore. I will not take these people's crap. Voodoo, magic, witchery, Satanism, clubs, gangs, harassment, violence anymore. I would have done the same thing, but more than Nikolai did at the Apple Creek River, stabbing. But Nikolai had no choice. He felt endangered. He's an old man. A lot of us are old men. He did what he had to do to go home with his wife, but he didn't. He ended up going to jail. He tried to walk away. They wouldn't let him. They drove him more crazy. He turned back to them numerous times, and they approached him and pushed him. They were the aggressors. They could have pushed him down and walked away, and it all would have been over with. But they antagonized it. And the reason why none of these people got charged with assault when the video proved that they were the ones that put hands on him first, I don't know. I don't blame them. I imagine it'll be appealed, and we'll see it again back in court. But the world we live in today, folks, the kids get off on certain things. You can't tell them anything. They think that they're gods. They think they're gods. They don't know how to turn the other cheek and walk away. It took me a lot of stitches, a lot of broken knuckles, busted head, all kinds of stuff to realize I'm not the toughest guy in the world. And a little guy like me should not be going after big guys and thinking I'm going to win. You got to attack that giant a different way. You got to chop that giant down a different way, because you can't take that 250-pound guy on. 6'3". You're not going to, you might be able to hurt him. Right? Being older and everything. You got to live to fight another day. And we're seeing that in the Delphi community, bunch of them teaming up together because they're bigger channels. They think they're crazy. They think they're tough. They think they're crazy, and don't mess with them. They belong to a club. Well, there ain't too many left of these guys. And like I told you, whoever they pissed off is not afraid to handle these people. Not at all. To a lot of us, they're terrorists. They're not. You folks look up to them as superheroes for some reason because they served in the military 10, 15 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. But once they took that uniform off and put on colors and started getting rid of citizens in the United States, they became terrorists. Law's law. You can't change the law. Well, I guess you could, but it would take forever to change it. And a lot of people think I'm crazy just for voicing my opinion. Voicing your opinion and going out there and doing it is two totally different things. In the United States of America, you have the freedom to voice your opinion. Now, a lot of these people will say, well, you're crazy. A lot of these guys got attacked for voicing their opinions. But mainly it was because they were verbally abusive against the women, shooting cocaine or drugs on videos and making fake videos and accusations and fake documents and releasing photos. I think that was the thing. But why did they do that? That is the question. Why did these Delphiers do that? Why did they break a law to try and expose something that we already knew, if you live in Indiana, was iffy, right? If you live in Indiana and you watch the news, you know the troubles. If you read the newspapers in Indiana, you know the troubles. So we know that there's been a club, whatever, problem out here, whether it be MC or just a bunch of wannabe MC people. I don't know, but that's been a problem out here. Secret societies and all that and all this crap and everything. It's been a problem. Demonic and all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Laying the hands and people putting their hands on you. Next thing you know, you're feeling like crap. You look like crap. Yeah. All of the above. Hey, I'm not here to fight wars. Right? I'm here to tell the truth. The truth is we are all sinners. Somewhere, some way, if you love food, you're a sinner. If you love music, you're a sinner. Why? Because the Bible says you're not supposed to love anything of this world. So we're all sinners. Whether you killed somebody, whether you love cherry pie or whatever, worship the devil or whatever you folks, I don't know. We're all sinners, unfortunately. Some of us, not so much sinners anymore. I guess it's a boring life. But I can tell you this much, we're seeing the same thing in the Summer Wells case, Delphi case, numerous cases. Coincidence? I don't know. I don't know. Is there a connection between these other YouTubers, the Delphi people, in real life? Do they know other people associated with the families of the missing kids or whatever? Or dead people or whatever? Probably. I would imagine so. I would imagine so. But you don't have to listen to me, folks. I'm crazy, remember? Which from day one, I've always said I've got a disability, so bear with me. What's wrong with the world? I don't know. What's wrong with Delphi? Something very crazy. Very bad. Demonic, whatever you want to call it. Mental illness, whatever you folks want to call it. Why were the girls killed? Was it a pedo ring? Was it something around the family? Who knows? Too much time has gone by, and too much time ain't good. They can pin it on anybody. And that's why we are not falling for it, any of it. We're not going through this justice system no more. You best have stone cold proof before you arrest any more American citizens. You ain't going off no hearsay bullshit. I heard he said this on his video. It's a movie channel, idiots. It's always been the Johnny Kramer either show or the Johnny Kramer music movie channel. How many more years do I have to go through this crap? Sitting right here. I don't know. I don't have any friends. I have no money. How am I supposed to run this effing world and be such a bad man like all you people claim? And I conquered this country. Explain that. I don't know how these people. I'm the one to blame. People are talking about the tattooed ones. Well, that Johnny Kramer's to blame for that. People are talking about the gay people and that. Well, that's it. Blame him for it. These are topics people are talking about on YouTube. And if you're an adult, you'll talk about it and not get crazy and go do stuff. I didn't write the good book. I got family with tattoos. I got friends with tattoos. You think I want to do anything bad? I didn't write the book. Supposedly in the book, it's a banishment or whatever they call it to God. Maybe, but if it's written, then it's so, I guess. I don't know. I don't want it's so scary. I don't want it to be real. To think that it was just a tattoo now all this time these people are going to heck or whatever or gonna be dying or whatever and you're in your own family. Yeah, it's so scary. You don't even want to think about it. Heck, even people without tattoos in your family dying or whatever, right? You talk about it automatically, you get attacked. You're the blame for it. You created everything, the Bible, the writ it, you created everything. It's all your fault. It's all, you know, and that's how they live. And then they come up with lies. And then these idiots, these people in Delphi, a couple of them are so stupid. They come out and say things, people call on it. They made videos talking about it. Then you bring it up to them and they're like, they turn it around on you. Right? It's your fault or whatever. Right? They they made them make the video or whatever. Demonic? Yeah. I'm in enough pain as it is, folks. We all have been heartbroken. Our minds have been tampered with. We've all lost love, lost ones. All a demonic attack? Sure. Sure. I'm bored. I'm bored with this world. I used to be something. I used to have a job. I used to love to build, work on cards, build homes, do things. I can't no more. I'm very pissed, very angry. Some of my mishaps were not by my own hand, they were injected. Some of my troubles were injected into my life, dealt cards, whatever you want to call them. A lot of these people are suffering from being alone. From being alone. Some of these people are suffering because some witch or some warlock wants to practice his craft on us. Whatever it may be, whether you were chemically induced into the madness or whether you were born into it, whatever it be. We know this much. We offered peace. We didn't do anything. We stood down when they told us to stand down. We got attacked, abused, whatever, told to take their medicines and quit calling the authorities and yada, yada, yada. A lot of you folks called in the tip lines and never got answered back. Some of them tip lines weren't even real police tip lines. It was people that wanted the 360,000. But I can tell you this much. I've done enough research on Hitler and the Reich to see Nazism. And I've experienced it right in front of my eyes. They chose who lived and died. And that goes for every little town, even around here. Now, I can tell you something. I'll stand with Nikolai and I'll stand with the other guys. But I will not stand for these old men that deliberately go out and cause trouble. And you know I got a couple of them in this town. And you're old. And you deliberately went out there and you aggravated that man, that young man. And then you turned around after you aggravated him and you got in his face. And because you were older, started pushing around and driving them nuts. I won't stand with that old man. Or any of these old hags that are doing the same thing around here. They're causing the trouble. And then they run to the authorities and say, they talked bad to me. You drove them nuts. You about killed them. The new war in America is driving you people nuts. Making false reports, causing angst within our communities because someone don't like what you said or somebody did something. That's what you have to live with when you have young and old living together. I don't know what to tell you. It's called a complex. It's called a, where I'm from in Chicago, it's called the projects. So you can say I'm crazy. You can try and drive me crazy. You can try and do a lot of stuff. But believe me, I've seen madness. I've seen death. I think I'll just keep going. I've committed no crimes. I'm making movies. You don't like it? Don't watch my channel. If you don't like it in my little town, then don't watch it. You don't have to listen. Leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. But when you start getting people sick deliberately, when you start breaking laws, and it's our town and we'll do whatever, when you start having poultry and farming too close to a community, when you start having people with diseases, even though it is the right to work state, or if they have a disease or whatever, you have to have smart enough brains to know where to place them people in a community. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, you food places out here. They've already caught one person trying to kill a cop out here at McDonald's. When you put these people around food that contaminates food and that spreads disease fast, and that's probably why you had over 5,000 people in this little town, or whatever it was, 2,500 then. That's what happens when you don't listen to the federal government. When they say there's a problem, wear a mask. That's what happens. When they shut down hospitals because they don't, that's what happens. When you have people out there in the Delphi community making fake ass videos and photo op videos saying that's Bridge Guy, and it's 7 different people, when you go through it and analyze it and put it under a scope and you start peeling back the layers of faces, well, you got people that are in jail, innocent. People that were killed, innocent. They're innocent people. That's what happens when you piss off the wrong guy. He might be poor, he might be crazy, but he might be the most powerful effing guy in the United States, and might just get pissed off at you guys and have health fury brought down on you. I'm not sure, but that's what happens. A lot of us are sick of this Delphi crap, the madness. It's been going on for 7, 8 years now, whatever it is. I imagine it'll go on for another 20. Everyone's worried about the leaks, this, that. How about we worry about the killers and what led up to it? Why don't we worry about the pedo ring that spans all the way into Vegas, down into Florida, into California? Can you believe this? California is not even on the top list now for porn and kiddie porn and all that stuff, pedo stuff. Vegas made a big uprising. Yeah, I was shocked too. They made a spectacle of Delphi. They made a spectacle of a lot of things, a lot of people. I know they made a spectacle of me. I look hideous. I have no idea what these people have done. I don't know what a demon or demonic thing is trespassing on me. I don't know. What kind of spell, what is attacking me? I have no idea. I wish I knew. I pray all the time to God. I give all glory to God. I'm alive because of God. Maybe God don't love me as much anymore. I don't know. Then I must get good with God, but then I'll be labeled crazy again. I am crazy. I'm crazy for living in this world because it is nuts. You're danged if you do, and you're danged if you don't. These idiots put out fake material so you could say, look it, this is it. You said that. And then you say, that's crazy, man. These people are idiots. They're killers. They're madness. And then they try and get you on slander. When they put out their own information, that they have records for violence and all this and madness and shooting up on camera and all this crap. Diabetes medicine. I don't know. Last time I checked, you don't inject diabetes medicine into your veins. One of my best friends, his grandfather was a diabetic. Usually you get injections in the stomach. You don't inject it into a vein. Well, why the hell are these people trying to say, oh, he's injected into a vein? They're looking for a vein. That's why that ligature is around his arm or his leg. Last time I checked, diabetes medicine ain't like that. I don't know. Maybe they've come a long way. I'm not sure. I hope they figure out a cure for this madness one day. I'll be probably gone before that. But hopefully they figure out what they killed people with. A lot of these people lived around me, lived here in this complex, that were causing a lot of trouble, trespassing on people. They gone and left this apartment complex with this madness that was here before I even moved in. And you ain't going to blame me for this madness in this town. You're not going to blame me. You sure ain't going to blame me for Delphi. You ain't going to blame me for any of these cases. You people created the madness, not me. All I did was report on it and give my opinion. And last time I checked, opinions are like assholes and elbows. Excuse my language, Lord. I didn't mean to curse, and I didn't even mean to curse in my last video, Lord. My apologies. That was my sin. I didn't mean to swear in my last video, but I was pissed. Right? Well, you go around and you might pick something up. You don't know. The Gen spirit. Here they have raised us to believe this. It was in our books, in the Bible, in the history. And now we are crazy because we believe it. And the psychiatrist and the doctors said, you're nuts. It's not real. And now we are nuts. And they drove us even more nuts. So if we weren't nuts, we are now. Why? Because they created it. They did it. They covered for their madness, their businesses, their money, politics. Hell, people were dying like flies around here. What'd they do? They shoved Trump's face on the front of the building with his name. People calling the authorities, going, "We're dying of places." What? And they put Trump's name on it. Donald J. Trump's housing development. Did the government drive people nuts? Crazy, kill them? Maybe. I don't know. Politics. Yeah, it'll kill you every time. Was it Delphi? And they used Trump. And Trump didn't even know about it. Because I know Trump would have took his name right off of this place. Who the hell is using my name? Not unless there's another Donald J. Trump. That's in Indiana. I'm not sure. I don't know what these people did in this small little town. But I can tell you one thing. A lot of people died. A lot of stuff was covered. A lot of people now are coming in with weapons. I think the rest of the world figured out the struggle that we were going through here. A lot of people are moving in, and they are arming themselves. And that's good. I'll support anybody that's sitting at home and if some crazy comes knocking on your door and starts going crazy and wanting to kill you or whatever, and you defend yourself, right? We don't want to. That's why we keep praying to God that Jesus comes soon. And we can live on earth in peace and not have to worry about people going crazy and mental illness. But till then, we have to deal with our communities and the mental illness and the gangs and the drugs and the crazy women and the crazy old men and women, right? People act like these people never do anything wrong. And it's a proven fact that these people are from up here. They have family here. Summer Wells and everything have family up here. And, Benny Keys and all these people have family in this area. Greeno and the rest, all these people have family here. So the madness is all around me. I wouldn't doubt if some of these people attacking me or doing things are related to some of these people. I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't do family tree. I don't pry in people's lives. I'm sorry. I don't look at people's arrest. You got to look at his arrest record? No. We all have a past. Right? Some of us don't have a past. But just because he was arrested for something 20 years ago or whatever, and he changed his life or whatever, don't mean he's guilty. Or don't mean he's the same person he was before. A lot of people don't look at a lot of things. Right? Yeah, I'm just making movies here, documentary, whatever. Playing music, doing stuff to keep my sanity because I already have a disability and I don't take medication no more because the medication almost killed me. So I'm just trying to survive. You people want to push us people that have disabilities. And then you want to punish us for standing up for ourselves. When some of these people that have disability, the only way they know how to defend themselves is kill. I don't call me crazy. That's crazy. Well, I don't know where you're from. I don't know what country you folks are from. I don't know what cities. But the places where I lived, that's the only thing he knew how to do when his life was in danger, was make sure he killed whoever was trying to kill him. Sorry, folks. You live in a fantasy world. I live in a real life. I'm sorry. Death is nothing. It's something you see if you live around it. Someone dies every second. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. It really is. I wish that on no man or woman or child to see someone lose their life right in front of their face. It's horrifying. And when you see it over and over and over again, you become immune to it. And once you become immune to it, You're cold as ice. You don't give a crap about none. You don't care about nothing. You care about yourself and your family and your friends. Other than that, death is just something we see. It's horrifying. Horrifying. Like I said, I wish it upon no man. Do I stand with Nikolai? You just saying that you stand with Nikolai, automatically people are being attacked and being called terrorists, or because, and he's Russian. What if it was a German man? What if it was an Italian man or a Polish man or a Heinz 57? What did it matter? What his name was or what nationality he was? He was an older man out there with his wife. They were having a good time. He's looking for a phone. He wasn't looking for no woman. They lied or something, looking for a kid. He's looking for some child. He was looking for a phone, supposedly. And he wanted to be left alone and just look for his phone. Whatever the story is, the video is the proof. Numerous times he was pushed away and hit, punched in the head, pushed down. Never struck back anybody, turned his back on him, and numerous times they attacked him. Like I said, they're lucky they walked away. What if that was a military guy from the United States and he flipped out? There probably would have been a lot more people dead. But like I said, you don't have to listen to me. I'm an idiot. I'm the one with the disability and dumb and crazy and all that. But I'll stand with him. I think he shouldn't be in jail. There should be a lesson to people. It don't matter what nationality you are. America's crazy. And it's gotten way out of hand. Morals, integrity are gone. God, morals, integrity. Now I can see that the kids were in the right if Nikolai was attacking them or doing whatever. Then I can see it be justified that the kids were attacking him. But the shoe was on the other foot. And because it's politics now, because we're at war with Russia and all this crap, well, our boys that are American boys are not going to do any jail time. But let me say one thing to you gentlemen out there, if you're watching this video. Let this be a lesson to you folks, you younger generation. Treat people with respect. Just because they don't look the same or talk different or have a disability or whatever it may be, old or whatever. Have some respect. And for you folks out there that are older and you terrorize people's lives because you're older and angry at the world and angry at everything, well, I can't back you folks because you're out there passing our phone numbers around. My phone rings 24/7. You're telling people I'm crazy. You're wrecking my life. You're trying to get me sick. You're trying to. I can't stand with that. Delphi? Yeah, I'm giving up on Delphi. I've already lost everything. Been attacked once. right? I'm not going through it again. They got nothing. They always had nothing. The corruption is real. The cults, the madness in America is real. I do believe I will stand behind the government if they make a choice to deal with this problem in America. Um, I would hate to leave my children or grandchildren to this kind of world, right? I agree 100% with a lot of people. I'm not looking for respect. I can give two craps if you respect me or not. Respect ain't earned, it's raised. You're raised to respect people. It's not something I have to earn. I don't have to earn nothing. And that's the thing today. We live in a world where these people raise their kids like killers. And then stuff like Nikolai happens, stuff like Delphi happens, stuff like Summer Wells, and so many more, Gabby Petito, and so many more people, right? Phew, I don't know. If they have any kind of evidence on Richard Allen, then he must have been involved. If they have no evidence at all, then he was set up. I can't say 100% either way, because it's possible Richard Allen was there and had nothing to do with it and was an scapegoat. It's possible Richard Allen was there. He's seen it. He knew about it and didn't say anything. He might not have done the murders, but he was there. He knew what was going on. It's possible. It's also possible that it was a bunch of them. And that's what it points out to me, that it was a bunch of people. They might not have known about it, but it was this gang, this club, this ring, or whatever, cult, whatever you want to call it. Thus, for being that there's drugs, murder, prostitution, yada, 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 they can bring the whole club down. Gang, pedo ring, cartel, whatever it is, whether you did the murders or not. And that sucks to be used. No, I don't know what kind of demonic thing has gotten over me. I have no idea. I'm not a scholar or whatever, so I have no idea. All I could do is pray to God. That's about it. Now, I do want you folks to be safe, because for the next couple days, we got some pretty good weather coming in. It might not be too bad here, but somewhere in the U.S., this storm that you're seeing right now, these clouds, we'll become something in some other state in America or Canada or wherever. So be safe. For you new Delphi people, hold on to your horses or your hats or whatever you want to call them. This is why people don't want to go to work in this town. Whenever we leave and come back, we got to put up with this crap, whether they're spiking our drinks or trying to kill us or just people doing evil stuff while we're gone. I know the camera shows a couple of them trying to come in, so. And I know the government and everybody wants me to tell them who it is. Don't worry about it, government. Don't worry about it, police. We'll handle these idiots ourselves. We don't want to put you through any trouble. I don't need to show any receipts or show anything. We'll just handle it ourselves. It's the only thing we can do. They're so corrupt here. Right? Everyone's saying Indiana, America, everything's corrupt. All right. We'll just defend ourselves, that's all. That's the only thing we can do. It's the only thing we know how to do. You guys want to talk your lawyer crap and all this crap, but we're not going through your corrupt justice system. These people are poor. They can't afford it. The thing I can suggest is defend yourselves. It's the only thing I can say, right? That's why we keep praying Jesus comes back. Because we're making it a law in Indiana. If it is the right to work state, well, then it's the right to defend yourself at home. If you are at home or whatever and madness breaks out, you have the right to defend yourselves. And you have to watch out. These people are trying to push you into going crazy and acting. Listen, there's already been a guy that was beat to death and left in a yard out here. The guy went to his house to talk to him about a problem peacefully, and the guy ended up killing the guy right here in town, in this little town, and left him in the front yard. Left him right in his front yard. The guy died. Beat him to death. They try in. You get him on the, and that was his thing. Well, he came, right? He was there to talk to you about a problem that he was having. The neighbors were, and you beat the guy to death. Right in your front yard. People seen it. You left him there. He died. Right? This is the world we live in. And if you don't believe me, look it up in the newspapers. That happened right here in town. Right? Madness. You can't even talk to people. Nah, well, I'm going to get off this contraption. It's like Delphi. I'm not even going to bother with Delphi anymore. We all know that the devil had a hand in it, folks. We would love to know who and how many were involved. Do I really want to know? Not really. It's none of my business. Right? That's what they'll tell you. It's none of your business, Dad. Well, that's how they were raised. If you're raised in certain area, watch effing Goodfellas. Watch these gang things. If you're raised around it, it's none of your business. You'll stay alive a lot longer in your neighborhood if you keep your mouth shut. It's none of your business. Some of these guys, mafias and stuff like that, they'll come right out and tell you that it's none of our business. Don't worry. What they do is what they do. It's none of our business. That's what they tell you. I mean, that's. I can see that being for a lot of stuff, but this kid stuff and trafficking and pedo stuff, I just can't stand even having to. How do you, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, folks, make sure you check out ATS's news channel tonight. I'm not myself. I'm under some kind of attack or something. Can't breathe, can't do anything. I don't know. But make sure you check out this ATS news channel at 9 o'clock tonight. I know we're missing Debbie. We're missing little Debbie. She's not here. And here I go again worrying. I can't. How can I do anything when they're not here? I can't. All I can do is worry. And that's all I can do is worry. I hope everything's okay. When people don't show up in chat, you worry, but I'm a worry warrior. I got to change my life. I got to stop worrying. I got to go back to the old Johnny. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll just go back to the old Johnny. I don't care about nothing. Who cares? The world's ending. Who cares? You're going to lose everything. I already did. Who cares? Jesus is back. That's cool. I care about that. Right? I care about that. Everything else I don't care about. No, I'm going to go and try and have some sanity. Try and have some kind of sanity. I wonder if they're spiking our water with Visine or LSD. They're doing something. I know a couple days ago, people were saying in the complex there or something, I was going crazy, but Johnny's going to be going crazy. I wouldn't doubt if they are dosing us or getting in here somehow or demonically, magic or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay alive. I look like crap. I don't know what these people have done to me. I've never looked this horrible in my life. And I used to be a pretty good looking dude. I had no idea what these people have done to me. Cure? Yeah. Who cares? Who cares about anything? If one day you see on my YouTube channel me dying live on camera, again, which I have done that before, in my last movie episode years ago, Don't worry, I'll be out there somewhere. If you listen to the wind, you'll still hear them say. Now, you folks have a good night. I'm going to eat some dinner and watch some YouTube and take a shower and relax. And I can't believe I went 2 days without smoking, and then some kind of demonic thing got back into my addiction to cigarettes. I must be letting this thing in. I don't know. Or they must be making. Is it true what I've been hearing on YouTube that they're trying to stop sex in America? That they're trying to stop sex in America? It's going to get crazy. It's probably going to get crazy. I don't know. Hunker down. Hey, Zuckerberger. I might need a place to crash. I heard you just built another big bunker. You think I can hang out there, Zerker? Facebook King? Try and get some sanity, my health back? I appreciate it. Elon, if you're listening, you think you can I can hunker down in one of the bunkers, get some kind of sanity back, some kind of life. I won't be a problem. Just give me a computer and my guitars, and I'll just sit in the corner. I'll be fine. But I need a break in this routine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. God bless you all. I wish God would save me. I wish God would send me something to give me something to believe in, give me something to enjoy myself. But that don't look like it's in the picture right now. Hopefully I can write it in pretty soon. Write it into the script where I have a happy ever after ending. Now, you folks have a good night. Be safe. God bless. And remember, most of all, you heard it here first. Bob Mata is not the edge. Monday through Friday. Only Friday through Saturday night in the cover band YouTube. Nah, I don't care. You folks don't scare me, as Uncle Bernie used to say. You MFers don't scare me. You folks have a good day.